And then I found out the truth, which was that she had somebody that she was kind of already in a relationship with. Hi guys, my name is Raekwon.
My name is Frayli.
We're super excited to share with you today the story about how we met. We've actually tried making this video a couple times, so we're finally doing it. We hope you enjoy it.
Yes.
Also, we're super excited to be starting this YouTube journey. We're going to be documenting our life experiences as a new couple and trying to establish a healthy and strong family. So if you want to stay in tune with us and follow along on this journey, hit the subscribe button. And you can also hit the bell. We do plan to post every Friday. So as you saw by the title of the video, we have a language barrier in our relationship.
I am from Dominican Republic and I moved to Puerto Rico with my family when I was 11.
Spanish is her first language. English is my first language, and that's our relationship. It's been super interesting and challenging at times. She actually lived in Alabama.
Yes. I live in Alabama for 18 months and I learned a little bit of English there.
So that's what saved us. She's learned a lot more English since then, but when we first met, it was very little. We think it'd be important to just start off how we got to where we're at now, how we're now married for a year and a half, and how we're starting a new family. So I've kind of moved all over the place, but for the sake of this video and the sake of this story, I was living in Hawaii with my family. And I moved to Africa for 2 years, Ghana to be specific. After being in Ghana for 1 year, I got an email from my parents saying that they were moving from Hawaii to Puerto Rico. I was kind of upset about it. I was going to go to school in Hawaii. I had several friends living in Hawaii, and I had all these plans laid out in my head about what was going to happen when I got home after living in Africa. So when I got that email, I was a little bit sad, a little bit discouraged, mostly because I didn't honestly even know where Puerto Rico was on the map. I just knew that they spoke Spanish, and fast forward, it was time for me to come home, and I flew home to Puerto Rico. In my mind, I was like, okay, I'm only going to be here for 2 to 3 weeks max. I had a job lined up for that summer already.
Yeah, college.
Yep, I was already accepted to college in Hawaii. I was planning to just work in the summer, take off to Hawaii. All that changed really quickly. I think it was my first Sunday back. I went to church, and I went to the English branch. Frayli was attending the Spanish branch. They were the same building, just different time slots. And after church, I was leaving the chapel, and I saw her talking to somebody else, another guy.
I don't see him at all.
Yeah, so she was wearing this beautiful red dress. Her hair was done, her makeup was done. She was looking absolutely gorgeous, like she was just glowing, basically how she looks now. And I didn't say anything to her. I was super shy. I was thinking in my head, well, she probably doesn't even speak English anyways, so I didn't want to waste my time. I'm leaving in a couple weeks. I went home and I told my parents, I was like, Mom, I saw the prettiest girl at church today. Like, her skin was amazing. Her smile was so bright. My mom asked, did you talk to her? And I was like, no, of course not. She doesn't even speak English. And she was already having a conversation with somebody. Frayli didn't see me.
No.
At all.
I wish.
So that same week, fast forward to Thursday. So just a few days later, 2 of my friends invited me to go attend an English class. They were teaching English to native Spanish speakers from Puerto Rico. And they were like, hey, Raekwon, if you come to this class, you can probably pick up a little bit of Spanish. And I was like, sure, why not? I wasn't really doing anything else, just waiting to leave. And it'd be cool to learn, a few phrases or words in Spanish just to use my time well here. So I showed up to the class. I was probably the first one there. I think the next person was a man. A man came in after that, which I later learned was Frayli's dad. So he was there at the class just learning English because he doesn't speak any English at all. And halfway through the class, she walked in.
Ta-da.
And when I first saw her, I recognized that it was the girl that I saw the previous Sunday, but her hairstyle was different. She was dressed casual. And at that point, I was kind of debating, like, how old is she? Because she looks really young. I couldn't tell if she was like 16 or 23. What was your impression when you first saw me?
Well, that day I remember that I was teaching some student, and I was driving there, so I was late. And I get there, and the teacher say, "Hey, this is Raekwon." And when I first saw him, I thought that he speaks Spanish, like completely, because we have the same color, and I mean we look kind of the same, so it's impossible that he speak English. And the teacher said, "This is Raekwon. He came from Africa, and he doesn't speak any Spanish." And I saw like, wow, like, ooh. I saw him and he was glowing and he smiled so handsome, and I was trying to avoid him and don't see him that much because it would be too obvious.
Yeah, you know that thing like what girls do when they like a guy and they don't want to show it? She was kind of like trying to avoid eye contact. So I kind of had a feeling that she was a little bit interested in me, but kind of mixed signal.
Next, I was thinking I cannot miss it. I need to ask him for his number to invite him to the activities that I was going through with my other group of friends. I was thinking like, how can I ask him for his number because he's here by himself, and when the class is over, I told him like, can I have your phone number?
No, wait.
I don't know.
So, listen. So, I left the room first. She came out after me and stopped me. The first thing she says was, "Hey, can I have your phone number?" And I was just like, okay, sure. And I gave her my number, and then she's like, "Oh, the reason I want your number is because tomorrow, which was Friday, I am going with a group of friends to go dancing." And I was like, "Dancing?" And she said, "Yeah, like Latin dancing, like salsa and merengue," which I have no idea how to do. In the heat of the moment, she was super cute. I was kind of interested in her, so I was like, sure. Gave her my number, drove home that night. I think I just texted her, letting her know that I got home safely, and I gave her like the full spelling of my name, that way she could save my number and everything. And he only sent like 2 or 3 texts back that night, making plans for the next day. So Friday comes along, and the plan was that she was gonna go to the basketball court with some other friends before going dancing. So she invited me to come play basketball first. And I was like, sure. So I went to play basketball, packed clothes to change, to go straight from the basketball court to the hotel that we were going to go dancing at. She came up to me and was like, so I don't really know exactly.
The address very well.
Right. She had no idea even how to get to the place. So she couldn't like text me the address or anything. So she says, "Hey, I'm going to go home and change and shower. You can just follow me to my house, pick me up, and then we will go to the Marriott together."
Right.
So I followed her to her house. She got ready pretty quickly, and then she came up, and we were in the car together going to the Marriott.
I had no idea what I was thinking. Like, I was just trying to solve the problem because I really want to hang out with him. And
we got lost on the way to the place.
yes.
So she didn't, like I said, she didn't know how to get there, or she didn't have an address. So we're literally just driving around downtown San Juan with crazy traffic. However, it gave us like time to talk a little bit. So I was asking a lot of like deep questions, like, where are you from? Where'd you grow up? How many siblings do you have? Just kind of getting to know her a little bit.
Me with simple answer.
Yeah, she was kind of awkward. Like, she was kind of making it awkward, just giving like really quick, short answers. But I didn't want to sit there silently.
He
and
was
we were like
speaking very
driving around
slow.
lost. It took like an hour. And yeah, she also wasn't really understanding me very well because the language barrier. So I was trying to speak really slowly. Keep in mind, the way you hear her now is like 10 times better than when we first met.
Yeah.
She knew like basics, like bare minimum English.
But I'm so grateful because you came from Africa, so you also have that already comprehension and,
Right.
and also to speak slow to others.
So I was able to understand her broken English, but I was also able to speak clearly for her to understand me. So that was a blessing in disguise.
It is.
We got to the Marriott.
Place, yeah.
I don't know, what was in your mind? Were you hoping to dance with me, or you just were hoping to introduce me to people? What were you thinking?
Yeah, I was feeling a little bit nervous because I was thinking, I just met this guy yesterday and I don't know. And it was like introduced to other group of people, and yeah, I was totally planning to dance with you. And he was dancing like a little bit mariachi, like Mexican style, but it's okay because he don't know. It was super fun night.
Yeah, it was really fun because I didn't know how to dance salsa or merengue, and everybody else there did. Yeah, we actually have a video of that night.
Yeah.
We'll put it somewhere up here. So she offered to teach me how to dance. So it was super fun, but it wasn't awkward because like she was also dancing with other guys and I danced with a few other girls. But it was really fun. I got to see her in action, and I think that night I really took a lot of interest in her.
Aww.
Just to see like how she was interacting with others, and she was kind of the center of attention. She was so nice to everyone, and she was really good at dancing. But she wasn't giving me like strong, like I couldn't really tell what she was thinking about me, if she was just trying to be a friend and like she felt bad for me, or if she was perhaps interested. That night ended really late. I think we left at like 12, right?
Yeah. And you have to drive.
No, I dropped her. Yeah, I dropped her off at her house, and then I had to drive 1 hour to go home. I got home, texted her that I made it safely. For me, I was like thinking about you when I went to bed.
Of course, I'm thinking about you, and I am just like having these clips of memories with you and feelings. It's crazy how much feelings I have for you. It was incredible.
But she was trying to like.
It still is.
She was trying to hide it.
Yeah, because you have to be connected with your mind and your heart, and I was trying to be disconnected.
So this is where things get super interesting. So I still had this plan to leave in a couple weeks. However, I just met her, had some pretty strong feelings for her, just interest. I didn't really know her that well, but I had a lot of interest for her to get to know her. So she texted me that next day, Saturday, asking me if I wanted to go with my family and her to Old San Juan, and she was gonna kind of like show us around, kind of like a tour. She didn't know that my family had already lived there for like a year, so she was just trying to be nice, I guess. That was like 2 or 3 days later, and we get there, and she met my family, and my mom loved her, my sister met her and loved her, my stepdad loved her. But it was just cool to like see her interacting with my family and get to see her, you know, in a setting where we had to talk a little bit more. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was really nice. I love his mom and his sister, and I remember that we walked on the beach and I was talking to him and his mom, so sweet. His dad was trying to impress me. Okay, he got me.
So my stepdad actually speaks Spanish.
Yes.
So they were able to like have full-on conversations,
right.
and we had no idea what they were talking about.
Right.
So that was kind of fun, but it also made it easier because she felt more comfortable.
Oh, he played football, and I don't even know what is football. But speaking my own language and expressing what I really feel about them.
So that was fun, but it made me like her even more.
Oh,
and
it's so sweet.
That was, in my eyes, kind of an issue because, like I said before, this is just a pit stop. I'm not planning to be here at all. I wasn't planning to meet anybody, had no intention in dating anybody, but here I was, really liking this girl, and she was showing me attention, but it was kind of like dull, like it was kind of flat, like she wasn't very clear or straightforward about what her intentions were, but she kept like kind of engaging with me. So that day with my family, we made plans for an official date. It was for her to actually come out to where my parents lived. I remember like she wanted like a specific itinerary, like what we were gonna do and like how long it was gonna take.
Right.
And I'm the type of person.
I was really busy.
Right. I'm like super spontaneous. So I like had all these ideas and plans, but it wasn't like set in stone. So I was just like, oh, just come, you'll see, we'll have fun.
We went on a hike.
We went on it was like a hike, which led to the beach. No one was there. It was amazing weather. We sat there and talked.
Yeah,
and
it was like a picnic.
I sat her down. I told her kind of what was happening in my heart, in my mind, that I was starting to like her a little bit, and I wanted to find out what her intentions were because it was super unclear what she was trying to do. I just kind of wanted to see what exactly she was thinking. And then I found out the truth, which was that she had somebody that she was kind of already in a relationship with. They were off the island, and I was kind of ruining everything for her. So that's why she wasn't really giving me that much attention.
You opened up to me very clearly. So I was thinking, what should I do? Like, should I follow my feelings or should I follow my mind? Because I was waiting for that guy that guy to come back to be able to talk to him.
Before that, I had already had like this feeling that something was wrong, but finally it kind of opened up and I finally realized like that's what it was. The issue with that was I was on like a time crunch. Like I wasn't planning to be there for a long time and I had plans that were set in stone. So I had to make a decision. Should I just forget about her and be like, hey, she's already got her life situated, she's already got somebody, let me just act like none of that happened and keep moving on? Or would I try to progress things and try to win her over? I only had like a few days to kind of make that decision about what I was gonna do. And we had talked a couple more times about it and she still wasn't really like giving me a clear answer about what I should do or what I should think. She kind of just left it in my court. After days and days and days of thinking about what I should do, talking with my parents, I told her, listen, we've only known each other for like 3 weeks at this point.
Yeah.
And I really like you. I think we have a good connection and I think this can really go somewhere. However, as you know, I'm planning to leave. But I told her that I was willing to put off my summer job and spend time with her, get to know her a little bit more. We date a little bit more seriously and we just see, you know, that was really all we could do, just see if things would work out. So that's what I did. I canceled all my summer plans. I was like changing everything.
Right.
Once I made that decision, I moved to an apartment that was really close to her house. That way we
That was really nice.
That way we could spend more time. I didn't have to drive an hour every single time we hung out.
Yeah.
And I kid you not, we literally hung out like every single day after that.
Yeah, I changed my job so I have more time.
She changed her work schedule. Like we were hanging out every day.
It's cool
That was a super fun time.
to get to
And
know each other.
I think literally after like 1 week after I moved closer to her, I asked her to be my girlfriend.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I asked her to be my girlfriend and we became official. And
Yay.
that
I
was
say, this is my boyfriend, Raekwon.
Yeah.
Everywhere, this is my boyfriend, and this is my boyfriend. I'm so proud to have a boyfriend.
so that changed like everything in our relationship because she went from like giving me like the cold shoulder, you know, not texting me back sometimes, not calling me, just kind of giving me like weird vibes, to being more real and open. And it was just like a completely different side of her. I still had some decisions to make because at the end of that year, I was planning to still go to Hawaii and go to school. So I had to get things figured out about what we were gonna do. It was around that same time that she was expecting her friend to come back to the island, around the same time. Fast forward like 3 or 4 months, we get to that decision-making time and I think we decided like, hey, we really enjoy this. We really like each other a lot. We're gonna see if this works out and continue dating more seriously.
Yeah.
And I canceled going to school. I literally canceled my school to stay on the island with her.
That
Like,
was the best decision ever.
I asked her if she'd be willing to go to Hawaii, and that was like, no way. There's no way she was gonna do that if we were just boyfriend and girlfriend. I had to make that choice. I was like, this is worth it. Like, if this relationship ends in marriage, this is worth it. Like, I'm willing to skip out on school right now and postpone it for another time. So that's what happened. We kept dating seriously, and right around like the 8-month mark, which sounds really crazy, I know, I proposed. We got engaged on Halloween, and 1 month later, we got married. So that was crazy. People told us we were crazy, but
I know. We will talk more about that in another video.
yeah, it just made sense. But anyways, we were 22 at the time. We're now
Yes.
23, turning 24 very soon.
Mm-hmm.
So we were really young, got married really quickly. We only knew each other for like nine-ish months,
Yeah.
a little more than 9 months before getting married. So that was crazy. I know a lot of people think we're crazy for that, but here we are. So yeah, that's how we met.
We are so excited to be here and share our story with you. So if you like, make sure to subscribe and comment below. If you have any question for us, we are new in this journey, like my husband say.
Journey. She's trying to say journey. This is our life.
This is how we really are. Like, how do you say that?
So stick around, like she said. Subscribe. We will post a new video next Friday. We're super excited. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for watching.